Thanks so much for making our tails wag by watching this guest interview from Arden Moore's Four-Legged Life.
Pause up, pet pals. Welcome to Arden Moore's Four-Legged Life show. I'm your host, Arden Moore. You are in for a double treat, and so are your dogs. Our first guest, Geralynn Cada, is here to unleash some great tips for pups and dogs. She definitely sports many collars in the pet world and wears them well. She's a self-described entrepreneur, dog trainer, peacemaker, product developer, brand advocate, and my personal favorite, unshakable optimist. Please welcome to the show my good friend, Geralynn Cada. Welcome to the show, Geralynn. I see you got somebody there with you.
I do. Hi, Arden. Thank you so much for having myself on the show, and of course, many of you have met Blue. Blue, sit. If she'll introduce herself, here she is. There's Blue. She's my 7-month-old, 1/4 mini Aussie, 3/4 border collie mix,
and that makes all one brainiac, brilliant dog. You got Aussie and border collie. Wow!
She already knows how to open up my back door.
Wow! Is she bringing?
I did not train her.
Is she bringing in doggy takeouts? Is she calling ahead?
She's calling Dog Dash.
Doggy Dash. Oh, that's good. Hey, that could be another company. People need to know who you are, Geralynn, because you are a force to be embraced, not to be reckoned with. And she's a brainiac, just like Blue, everyone. She's got 3 college degrees. She's got a bachelor's in biochemistry. She also has a bachelor degree in design. And she's just said, let's just top it off with an MBA, right?
Well, I had to, someone has to someone had to teach me how to run the ship, because I didn't want to steer the ship into the dock.
No.
Right?
And you have been a dog trainer for what, about 3 decades? Am I right?
Oh, it's closer to 4. I was 9 years old when I entered my very first dog show.
Really?
Yes, back then I was a part of a 4-H program for dog and horse 4-H, and my mother asked me what I wanted to do, and I said, which animal? And I said, both. So we already had dogs. I already had already had riding lessons, and we had a smaller horse when I was young. So most of my initial training was from working with the Westminster winning breeder of boxers who taught my dog 4-H classes.
Are you kidding? Wow, talking about being a pup protege.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. And what is it about dogs that you really want to bring out the best in? What is it about dogs of any breed, any
and
mix?
It's such a great question. Yes, because we are all animals, and we all need to learn to get along. We all have to learn and have an understanding for one another in order for the planet and our whole ecosystem to function together properly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important to understand we're all animals. It also is important to understand, to not think that we know it all, that we know what they're thinking, that we put all of our values and our thought processes onto them when they aren't thinking that way. Someone will say, oh, my dog peed on my rug because they're mad at me. Well, that could be, but I doubt it. I don't think they were like, I'm so mad, I'm going to go pee on your rug.
No.
I think there's some reason, there's a different psychology behind that. And people actually take it so personally, and that dog wasn't thinking of them when that accident happened or what have you. Yeah. So that understanding matters is my whole point.
I like that. And folks, she does many things in the pet world. We don't have enough time in this one show just to name it all. I think she does sleep sometimes, but she also teams up with one of our previous guests. That is Larry Kay. And tell us about your show. I guess it's going to resume pretty soon, right?
Well, we will have a live. I think we have over almost 200 shows on our YouTube channel.
And what's it called? The show?
So our Dog Hugs show and it's on our Positively Wolf site. But there is a separate Dog Hugs YouTube channel that has all of our shows, and they're so great. there's, I mean, Larry and I were so blessed to have such amazing guests. I mean, Steve Shrippa from The Sopranos, Jonah Hurley from the National Dog Show in Seinfeld, David Fry from the National Dog Show, Beverly Hills Dog Show. The list is endless of the amazing guests we were. And you, you were one of our guests too, one of our amazing guests. So it's every artist, just it's very eclectic mix with people who have all types of dogs and cats. Mostly dogs, but we still did chat a bit about cats.
Yeah, that's okay. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Right, exactly. Me, wow. And so that's a wonderful way, wonderful relationship. And we will have a live from, I believe, the Earth Animal booth at Super Zoo. And we'll be starting up. We will have a season 4. And you know, as we have amazing things happen in the dog world, report and have amazing guests, we'll be reporting back to you.
This is one thing that I wanted to dive in more with you, Geralynn. You are a brand advocate and you also are a product developer. So you are on a mission not only to train dogs and their people, but you do a lot behind the scenes in creating products or in promoting products that do a dog good, right?
Correct. I mean, I have my favorite products that I've seen save dogs' lives. And I've also created categories that didn't exist because I saw how those products would help, could help, and were affordable and not there's nothing wrong with medication. However, some dogs just don't do well on medication and some just do well on nature. And thank goodness we have some of nature's gifts around that offer so much help to stressed out pets, especially during times like COVID or what have you.
Yeah, and COVID is getting its third or fourth wind right now. And I think it's going to be around with us. So one thing before we take a break, can you talk about something that won't pack on the pounds for the dogs, but may help them? Because I understand when dogs are really feeling stressed out, they want to chew.
Absolutely.
But you want them to chew the right thing.
So do people.
Yeah.
Right? People want to chew as well. You notice some people will chew, like they'll eat a whole bag of chips because they're stressed and it's really more of a chewing. How do you calm them? And I'm a big fan of Earth Animal no hides or some type of chew that you can give to the dog after you've trained them, not giving them a reward every single time. Now, if it's a new dog, that's different. If it's your dog, and you don't want them to pack on the pounds, it's a jackpotting system. It's the end of this routine reward. And the reason why I love the no hides is my dogs love them. So they'll do flips.
Bring it to the camera for our YouTube fans. Bring it up close. There it is. It's called Earth Animal No Hide, and it's a dog chew, and it kind of looks like a burrito.
It does. They emulsify some chicken fat and olive oil type oils, and then they bake it. But the ones that are right here behind me that I'm pointing with my finger, those are longer, and they have new ones out that are plant-based.
Wow.
They're all plant-based. And I was lucky enough to have some of those sent to me early as samples for my own dogs to try, thinking that, oh, no, they're not going to perform their tricks for that. Oh, they love them just as much.
Wow, that's good.
Hey, they come in different sizes.
We're going to be talking with Geralynn after the break about what it's like to suddenly become a pup mom and what are some of the things that her protege, Blue, is now capable of doing at only 7+ months old. So everyone sit and stay. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Arden Moore's Four-Legged Life Show. I'm your host, Arden Moore. We're talking with an extraordinary dog trainer, and that is Geralynn Cada, and she's in the Kansas City area, I believe. And earlier this year, you didn't give birth, but you became sort of a two-legged pet mom, a pup mom to four pups, right? Including Blue. Tell us about that experience.
I felt like I gave birth.
Oh my God.
I felt like I was pregnant with her the whole time.
Having my puppy, what a lovely way to wag my tail. Okay, sorry, I won't be on America's.
That was hilarious. So she had 4 amazing puppies on December 1st. The 2 boys, 2 girls.
Okay.
They are it was one of the, and it's not my first litter, so it wasn't a total surprise because I was
Right.
planning on having a litter with them, just not quite that soon. So it was a great way to spend the winter.
Yeah.
And they're just fantastic. I'm so happy to be their human mother. So
And
I'm so
they've
blessed.
got mini Aussie and Border Collie. That is brains, 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 and athletic.
Oh, well,
Now,
Senna, full border collie from Brazil, and Casey, half border collie, half mini Aussie from a farm in Kansas. They're ridiculous, and they're healthy and happy, and their puppies are wicked smart as well.
what are some things that you can encourage people? Because a lot of folks do adopt puppies. And what are some, maybe a few do's and don'ts while they're getting to become that first year that really can help their development and their temperament?
Ooh, great question.
Ooh,
Number one, don't carry them around too much.
good.
People want to carry their puppies all the time up by their face, and they want to take them in their purse to the store and show them off, and
Oh,
everyone hugs and kisses
I
them.
call that the purse my ride.
Yeah, I just think if they could get them into a better module system where they they're they tinkle right away when they wake up, and then they're training with some food, and then they get some playtime, and then a little nap time in a kennel, and then the pee time, and really a routine down
Early on, right?
early on, the foundation that you set, and it won't even take long. But usually people completely script their puppies and let them run wild and
Yeah.
free and toss them around like a tether ball,
Yeah.
and by the time they have that poor behavior, they're like, I have a bad dog, and it's really just that poor management of what that animal needed as opposed to what the humans needed. And I call those humans are kind of thieving from that puppy, and
Yeah.
that's a no.
Well, you mentioned something. I was joking when I said purse my ride dogs, but I feel bad for the little pups and the tiny breeds that are in purses. Why is it important for a dog or a pup of any age to have that four on the floor?
Well, so to be completely transparent, some dogs that are so small do need to be in purses. They're too small; they will be
Right.
kicked by accident, and
Yeah.
wearing a bell, and for some it's just dangerous. But they definitely need that confidence level where they don't need to be self-soothed or comforted by your hormonal smell, being up in your face all the time. That can make them too protective. That can change they can jump up on someone and harm them, scratch them with their nails and give them dog scratch fever. There are
Yeah.
so many there's so many layers, and also many breeds need a job, and maybe part of that job is just they need to learn composure and sit still and be a service dog.
Well, you have a very well trained dog in Senna, and now Senna's is Blue a boy or a girl? I didn't check under the hood.
So her name is Blue Mustang Sally. It's spelled BLU just because we thought that might sound more girly.
Yeah.
But she is mistaken for a boy a lot, but I don't know why, because she's just so girly. But I will tell you, you were going to ask me what tricks she knows, or what my favorite trick
Yes.
is
You're
right
reading
now.
my dog mind. Yes, you are.
Well, she has this, and I did not train this into her, but I did. Some of the first things I taught them to do was to twirl.
Oh, okay.
Twirl, circle, circle, circle left, circle, circle, circle right, and then figure eights, all the cute circle, 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 and then I love to teach them they're either herders or they're fetchers.
Okay.
So of the two that are at my house right now, one is a total herder. She only wants to herd, and she herds us the whole time we play frisbee. But Blue, that's Star Love Chanel. But Blue Mustang Sally is a fetcher, but she likes to flip before she fetches, and she does a full-on almost somersault in the air before she takes off. And I will text you some of video of her doing that.
We would love it.
This morning. So Chanel circles, then Blue twirls or almost somersaults, and then Casey will roll over and fetches, and then Senna just herds them all and looks pretty.
You are in canine heaven, aren't you?
Oh, I am, and I'm just loving every slobbery, furry minute of it.
Well, I'm noticing that Blue is in the background trying to photobomb you with something in her mouth.
It's hilarious.
What has she got? We got about
I'm
3 minutes
laughing.
left. Come here, Blue.
It's covering her face. Blue, she can't see my hand signal, and she doesn't know if I'm talking with you. Blue, come.
Blue, what do you got, baby?
She has my new cookie toy, but let's get her up here.
Yes, and the pillow, everybody on radio, it says move over. The dog sits here. What do you like best about Blue's personality? What is making Blue beautiful?
She has this je ne sais quoi that I've every one of my, and I love all of my dogs, but it seems like there's one dog in my life at every decade that has this amazing energy that looks at me like, wakes up in the morning and goes, "Hey, I remember you. What do you want? You want to go do that again? That was fun, wasn't it? Let's go have fun." And it has this communication that's so unbelievable. And so her communication with me is outrageous. So is Senna's. Actually, Casey's is as well. And so were all the other puppies. Their communication styles are unbelievable. Come on up. And that's why they're one of my favorite breeds. But I don't have a favorite breed. But if people ask me,
yeah,
I'm a Cavachon, King Cavalier, Charles Spaniel, Bichon, Border Collie, Mini Aussie fanatic. So
wow.
Any dog.
Put that on a T-shirt, Geralynn.
Well, I did. I actually did. I put my dogs on a T-shirt.
I like that.
Blue and Tank.
Yeah.
So, but yes, it should be on a T-shirt because any dog, they all light up my life. I just happen to resonate really well with this type of energy. I'm a Border Collie by nature. I wake up in the morning ready to go. Let's do it.
I'm kind of a Labrador Retriever myself. I think I'm like, woohoo, let's go. And when I got married, I told my spouse to be, you're marrying a Labrador Retriever, and that still made it a go. I'm laughing because your dog is being very animated while my two are sleeping in the background for all you YouTube watchers. That is Kona and Emma. And
they're so out.
They're out. It's hot here. So, what's happening the rest of the year? What's something we can look forward to you? We've got a few seconds. How do people find out more about you?
Well, my website, my YouTube channel, my website, excuse me, my website, my YouTube channel, and my social media are all GeralynChada.com. That's CADA.
And Geralynn is with 2 N's, everyone. GeralynCada.com, correct? It's radio.
Yes, correct.
Right. And you're on Facebook too.
And I'm on Facebook and Instagram, and I have a little TikTok started, but I'll be diving into that more soon. I have I just started a bunch of Kong videos that'll be on their new masterclass series that will be released soon. My dog training videos will be, and my pro tips are being filmed right now, and those will be available on GeralynChada.com as well soon.
All right, so we'll get you back on at the end of the year and have a celebration. How's that?
Yes, and you'll see me between booths at Super Zoo this year with as a helping answer questions, product knowledge, working with some of the teams on new innovation, and doing all those amazing things that I get to do at Super Zoo every year.
All right.
So lucky.
So everybody, let's give a big pause and applause to Geralynn Chada.
Thanks so much for making our tails wag by watching this guest interview from Arden Moore's Four-Legged Life. Four-Legged Life. Make sure to subscribe so you're up to date with all of our Four-Legged Life content.